There are moments in life when the heart grows quiet and the world around us feels gentle. In these moments, the soul listens more deeply than the mind. Something soft touches the spirit, and it feels like a tender reminder that life is precious and short. When we speak about signs that come near the end of life, we do not speak to bring fear. We speak to open the heart to peace, reflection, and truth. Every person carries a soul that longs for God, and the Lord often speaks in ways that are soft, calm, and full of mercy. As you listen, let your heart stay open, steady, and calm. This message is meant to guide you closer to God and help you value every moment He gives you. And if this message speaks to you in any way, you may gently subscribe to the channel so you can walk with us in faith and hope each day. There are moments near the end of life when the world grows softer and a deep calm enters the room. The body may still be weak, but the soul begins to feel something clear and gentle. This quiet sign does not come with fear. It comes like a light touch on the spirit, as if heaven is near and speaking in a small voice that only the heart can hear. This gentle sign often appears when the person is lying still, breathing slowly, or drifting in and out of rest. Family may not see anything different, but inside the soul, something begins to move with peace. It is a moment when the person senses that the Lord is close, watching with kindness, calling the heart to rest in Him. The world feels lighter, and the noise of life becomes smaller. The Bible speaks of this tender nearness when the Lord draws close to the weak. In the book of Psalms 34:18 it says that the Lord is near to those who are broken in heart and saves those who are crushed in spirit. This truth becomes real in these moments. The sign is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is a quiet reminder that God does not leave the soul alone when it enters its most delicate time. Many wonder if the person sees something we cannot see. Others ask if the person feels something we cannot feel. But the sign does not come to answer every question. It comes to prepare the heart. It brings a peace that does not need long explanations. It carries the sense that God is guiding the soul step by step, gently and slowly, with no pressure and no fear. As this sign appears, the heart often grows softer. Memories rise gently, loved ones come to mind, and the person may feel the need to forgive or release old pain. The soul begins to loosen its hold on the things of this world, not with sadness, but with calm acceptance. It is as if the spirit knows it is moving toward a place where love is pure and rest is complete. Some describe this moment as a soft breath that feels different from all others. Some speak of a peace that fills the room, making everything quiet and light. Others cannot explain anything at all, but their face shows comfort. The sign is simple. The sign is gentle. And it invites the soul to trust God with its final steps. If you have ever felt this moment with someone you love, or if you have felt the quiet leading of God in your own heart, then let your spirit reflect on it with honesty and peace. And if this touches you today, comment in the comments how this gentle truth helps you understand the nearness of God in the moments that truly matter. There are moments near the end of life that come so quietly that most people do not see them at all. The room may look the same. The person may rest the same. Nothing on the outside seems different. Yet inside the soul, something gentle begins to rise. It is like a soft breeze that touches only the heart. This sign is small, calm, and easy to overlook, but it carries deep meaning for the one who feels it. Many people move through these moments without sensing anything special. They stay focused on the body, the breath, the struggle, or the fear. But the soul works in a different place. It listens in a different way. The sign does not shout, it does not push. It comes in stillness. It comes in a way that only a heart made quiet by God can understand. This is why some see it and some do not. The Bible gives light to this mystery in the book of Primero Reis 19:2, when the Lord was not in the wind, nor in the earthquake, nor in the fire, but in a gentle whisper. This whisper is how God often speaks to the soul at its most delicate time. Not through noise, not through force, but through a soft presence that carries peace. This is the same way the sign appears before the end of life. It is easy to miss, yet filled with the touch of heaven. Some families later say they felt nothing unusual, and that is normal. The sign is not a physical event. It is something that blossoms inside the one who is passing. It is meant for the soul, not the crowd. It is a moment when heaven speaks in a small way that only the Spirit can hear. That is why it passes unnoticed by many, even those who love the person deeply. The one who senses the sign may feel sudden calm after long worry, or a kind warmth may rest over the heart, or there may be clarity that life is about to change. It is a moment when fear slowly fades. It is as if the soul begins to understand that something holy is near. Even when the body is weak, the spirit feels the touch of God in a quiet and private way. For some, the sign brings a peaceful surrender. For others, it brings a gentle strength. It may guide the person to release old pain, to forgive, or to whisper a prayer that rises from deep inside. It may bring comfort that is hard to explain. This sign does not come to the eyes. It comes to the heart, and the heart receives it with a softness that cannot be forced. If you have ever walked with someone through their final moments, or if you have felt a quiet leading in your own life that others did not notice, reflect on it with honesty. These gentle touches from God often come in silence. And if this message brings you peace today, please like this video as a simple way of saying that you value moments when God speaks softly to the soul. There are moments near the end of life when the soul begins to feel a call that is soft and peaceful. It is not a call that frightens. It is not a call that confuses. It is a quiet pull toward God, like a warm hand inviting the heart to rest. This gentle call comes when the person is already tired, already weak, and already near the border between this world and the next. It comes with calm, and it comes with love. The person may not speak. The room may be silent. Yet inside the spirit, something begins to stir. It is as if God is saying, "I am here. Do not be afraid." The soul begins to feel lighter, as though it is slowly releasing the weight of long years, heavy memories, and painful days. This call does not push the person away from life. Instead, it leads the heart toward the one who gives life and keeps it forever. In the book of Mattheus 11:28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." This is the heart of the gentle call. It is not a demand. It is not a warning. It is an invitation to rest in the love of God. When the sign appears near the end, this verse becomes real in a new way. The soul hears it more clearly than the ears can, and the soul knows exactly who is calling. Some may wonder why this call is so quiet. They expect something bright or strong or loud, but the Lord speaks in ways that meet the soul with tenderness. In the final moments, when strength is fading, the heart needs a voice that brings peace, not fear. It is a voice that reminds the person that God has been present through every season, every joy, every pain, and now stands ready to guide the spirit into eternal rest. For the one who is passing, the call may feel like a soft warmth. It may feel like a calm thought that whispers, "It will be all right." It may simply feel like peace rising from deep within. No matter how it appears, the call brings comfort. It helps the person release fear. It reminds the soul that it is safe with God. And even when the body is weak, the spirit feels held and protected. For those who stand near the bed, it may be hard to understand what is happening inside the heart of the one who is leaving. But if they look closely, they may notice small signs of peace. a slow breath, a relaxed face, a gentle stillness. These are hints of the call. They show that God is near, guiding quietly, loving deeply, and bringing comfort that no human words can give. If you have ever felt God calling you in a quiet moment of your own life, or if this message helps you understand how gentle His love is even in the final moments, then let your heart open to Him today. And if this touched your spirit, please subscribe to the channel so you can continue walking in faith, peace, and the soft presence of the Lord. There is a quiet moment near the end of life when the soul begins to understand something the body cannot explain. The person may lie in silence, with breath that rises and falls like a soft wave, but inside the heart, a new clarity begins to unfold. It is not sudden, it is not loud. It is a gentle knowing that comes from God, touching the spirit in a way that brings calm instead of fear. The world around may look the same, yet the soul feels a peace that does not belong to this earth. As this quiet sign grows, the soul starts to loosen its hold on the things it once guarded so tightly. Worries that used to press on the heart slowly become lighter. The weight of unfinished plans, past mistakes, and long struggles begins to fade. The person may not speak, but the face softens. The heart begins to let go, not in sadness, but in peace. It feels as if the soul is preparing to step into a place where pain cannot follow and where rest is complete. The Bible shows this tender moment in the book of 2 Corintios 5, where it says that when our earthly house is destroyed, we have a home from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. This truth becomes clear to the soul in these final moments. It begins to feel that there is something more than this world, something gentle waiting ahead. The person may not have the strength to speak these thoughts, yet the heart understands them in a deep and peaceful way. Many people who watch a loved one pass notice this shift without knowing how to describe it. They may say the person seems lighter, calmer, or somehow far away, yet peaceful. This is the soul beginning to understand that it is moving toward God. The body grows weaker, but the spirit grows clearer. The person does not resist. Instead, there is a quiet surrender that comes not from fear, but from trust. It is a trust that rests in the truth that God receives the soul with love. For the one who is leaving, memories often come gently during this time. They may think of loved ones, moments of joy, or small blessings that shaped their life. They may feel the need to release old pain or whisper silent forgiveness. These are signs that the soul is drawing near to the place where God heals completely. The heart feels pulled toward peace, and the person begins to understand that the journey is shifting from earth to eternity. Sometimes the person shows this peace in small ways: a soft breath, a relaxed hand, a faint smile, a face that looks calm, even in weakness. These are signs that the soul is no longer fighting. It understands that the Lord stands near, guiding the final steps with gentle hands. The room may feel lighter, as if God Himself is filling the space with comfort. Even those standing nearby may feel a quiet presence that they cannot explain. If you have ever seen someone reach this place of peace, or if you have felt moments in your own life when God helped you release heavy burdens, reflect on how softly He works in the heart. His ways are gentle, and His peace is real. And if this message helps you understand the tender work of God in the final moments of life, please comment below and share how this truth speaks to your heart today. There are moments near the end of life when a soft light seems to touch the soul in a way that the eyes cannot fully see. It does not shine like the sun or glow like a lamp. It is a gentle warmth that settles deep inside, giving comfort that has no clear reason. The person may be weak, quiet, or unable to speak, yet something peaceful begins to rise within. This light does not come to startle. It comes to hold the heart with calm mercy. Some people describe this moment as a warm presence that surrounds them. Others say it feels like a calm blanket resting over the spirit. It may appear during a slow breath or in the middle of a long silence. It may come when the person is drifting in and out of awareness. No matter how it appears, the light brings peace. It helps the soul feel safe, as if God is drawing near with tender hands. Even when the room is dim, this inner light feels bright to the heart. The Bible speaks of this gentle light in the book of Salmos 27, where it says that the Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? This truth becomes very real in the final moments of life. The light that touches the heart is not from this world. It is from the Lord who guides the soul with love and kindness. It is a light that removes fear. It is a light that brings rest. And it is a light that reminds the soul that God does not leave his children in darkness. As this light grows inside, the soul begins to feel a new kind of strength that does not rely on the body. The body may tremble, but the spirit becomes steady. The mind may be tired, but the heart feels clear. The person may not understand everything happening, yet the soul knows that something holy is near. It is a peace that does not need to be explained. It is a comfort that cannot be forced. It is a sign that the journey is turning toward eternity. For many, this light brings gentle memories that rise like soft waves. Moments of family, kindness, forgiveness, and simple joys return to the heart. The person may sense gratitude that they never expressed with words. They may feel a quiet surrender that gives rest to long years of struggle. This light helps the soul release fear and hold on to hope. It guides the person into a place where the love of God becomes clearer than ever before. Those who sit near the bed may notice a change, even if they cannot fully understand it. The room may feel peaceful without any clear reason. The person's face may soften. Their breath may become slow and calm. Sometimes there is a faint smile that appears even in weakness. These are signs that the inner light is guiding the heart. The person may not speak, but the soul feels held, safe, and ready for what God has prepared. If you have ever felt a calm light in your own heart during hard times, or if you have seen this gentle peace in someone who was near the end, reflect on how God brings comfort in ways we cannot explain. His light is soft, steady, and full of mercy. And if this message brings peace to your spirit today, please comment below and share how the light of God has touched your heart in quiet moments. There is a gentle stillness that comes in the last moments of life, a calm that settles over the person like a soft breath from heaven. The body grows quiet, the movements become small, and the room feels peaceful in a way that is hard to describe. This stillness is not a sign of fear. It is not a sign of loss. It is a tender doorway where the soul begins to feel the nearness of God more clearly than ever before. It is the moment when the heart rests, not only from pain, but from the long weight of life. As the stillness deepens, the soul begins to release the world with calm acceptance. The person may rest with closed eyes, breathing slowly, as if listening to something far beyond the room. Sounds become softer, thoughts become fewer. The spirit enters a place where it no longer clings to the things of earth. In this quiet space, there is peace. The person is not alone. The presence of God fills the moment with a love that cannot be seen, but can be deeply felt. The Bible speaks to this tender truth in the book of Salmos 46, where it says, "Be still and know that I am God." These words find their deepest meaning here. In the stillness, the soul does not need to fight or fear. It simply rests in the truth that God is near. The heart understands without speaking. The spirit listens without effort. And in this holy quiet, the person knows that they are held in the hands of the Lord. For families watching, these moments can feel heavy, yet peaceful at the same time. They may expect fear, but instead, They see calm. They may expect struggle, but they witness rest. The stillness becomes a message that the journey is shifting gently. The person is no longer pulled by the concerns of this world. The soul senses that it is nearing the place where joy is full and peace does not end. Even the air in the room feels softer, as if heaven is drawing near. The person may show small signs of this inner peace: a relaxed face, slower breaths, hands that rest easily instead of gripping. Sometimes the person may whisper a small prayer or release a faint sigh, as though letting go of weight carried for many years. These are not signs of fear. They are signs of surrender, not to death, but to the love of God. The soul steps gently toward the doorway that leads to eternal rest. For the one passing, time no longer feels the same. Minutes may feel like moments. Moments may feel like peace. The person may sense memories rise softly, like simple gifts from the past. There may be a quiet thankfulness, a final forgiveness, or a last sense of gratitude for the life they lived. In these final breaths, God surrounds the heart with mercy. He makes the passage gentle. He makes the stillness safe. He makes the moment holy. If you have ever been with someone in this peaceful stillness, or if you have felt God calm your heart in moments of fear, reflect on how tender His presence truly is. His stillness gives strength. His quiet brings peace. And if this message helps you understand the gentle work of God in the final steps of life, please comment below and share how His stillness has brought comfort to your heart. There is a tender truth in the final moments of life. The person is never alone. Even when the room is quiet and the world feels far away, heaven is close. The soul may feel weak, the body may feel tired, but the presence of God surrounds the person with gentle care. Angels stand near in ways the eyes cannot see, offering peace and guidance. This nearness is soft, not heavy. It is calm, not frightening. It is the mercy of God reaching the heart with love that does not fade. As the person grows more still, this heavenly mercy becomes even clearer inside the soul. The heart may feel a warmth that brings comfort. The mind may settle into a quiet peace. Thoughts become simple and light. There is no rush. There is no fear. The person senses that God is watching with kindness, guiding every small breath with steady hands. Even if the body is failing, the soul feels held. It feels safe. It feels cared for in a way that only heaven can give. The Bible tells of this tender care in the book of Salmos 90:11, where it says that God gives His angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. These words shine with new meaning in the final moments of life. The person is not stepping into darkness. They are stepping into the care of God. The angels who walked with them in life now stand near in the quiet of their last moments, ready to guide the soul into eternal peace. This truth brings comfort that words cannot fully describe. The room may look the same, but something holy fills the space. It may feel like a breath of calm resting over the bed. It may feel like a soft light warming the heart. It may feel like a peace that enters without being invited. These are gentle signs that heaven is close. The person is not drifting alone. They are being held, watched over, and guided by the loving presence of God. Even those who stand nearby may sense a stillness that carries hope instead of sorrow. For the one who is passing, mercy becomes the final gift. Old fears lose their strength. Pain becomes lighter. Burdens fall away one by one. The soul rests as if wrapped in a quiet blanket of grace. This mercy is not earned by effort or perfection. It is given freely by the Lord, who knows the heart, forgives the past, and welcomes the soul with open arms. This gentle welcome makes the final steps peaceful. It replaces fear with trust and sorrow with soft comfort. Those who watch may not see angels, but they may notice signs of peace on the person's face. A calm expression, relaxed hands, slow and steady breathing. These small changes show that the soul is being guided with care. Heaven does not rush the moment, God waits with kindness. The angels stand near with quiet strength. This is the mercy of the Lord, making the passage from earth to eternity tender and safe for the one he loves. If you have ever felt the quiet mercy of God in a painful moment, or if you have seen peace rest on someone who was near the end, reflect on how lovingly heaven moves. The Lord never leaves us. He never forgets the soul. And if this message brings comfort or hope to your heart today, please comment below and share how the mercy of God has touched your life in moments when you needed Him most. There is a gentle wisdom in understanding the quiet sign that comes before the end of life. It reminds us that every day is precious and every moment carries meaning. When we know that the soul receives tender care from God in the final moments, our hearts learn to value the time we have now. This truth does not bring fear, it brings direction. It teaches us to live with peace, with kindness, and with a heart that stays close to the Lord. The sign is not only for the dying, it is for the living, calling us to walk with God today. When we think about this sign, we begin to see life differently. Simple moments become important, words of love become necessary, forgiveness becomes easier. We understand that life is not only about plans and goals, it is about the soul. It is about how we treat others, how we pray, how we trust God, and how we carry peace in our hearts. The quiet sign shows us that the soul is what lasts. This is why every day matters. This is why living with a soft heart is a gift. The Bible guides us in this way in the book of Micaiah 6:8, where it says that the Lord asks us to do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. This verse becomes even clearer when we think of the final sign. It reminds us that what God wants most from us is simple and gentle. He wants hearts that love. He wants lives that forgive. He wants spirits that walk close to Him. The sign before death is a soft reminder that our walk with God is the true path of peace. When we understand this sign, we begin to notice how God calls us every day, not in loud ways, not in heavy ways, but in the same quiet spirit that touches the soul at the end. He calls us through small moments of calm, through gentle thoughts, through a feeling of peace that comes without reason. These everyday signs help us grow. They help us live with grace. They help us keep our eyes on the things that matter most. The final sign teaches us the value of these small daily touches from God. This truth also invites us to mend broken places in our lives. If there is someone we need to forgive, we can choose peace now. If there is kindness we have delayed, we can choose love now. If there is prayer we have forgotten, we can choose to return to God now. The gentle sign before death shows that mercy is always close. It reminds us that the Lord welcomes every step we take toward Him, no matter how small. Every soft choice for goodness shapes our soul in ways that matter for eternity. For many, this message brings comfort. It reminds us that God is patient and tender. It shows us that He cares deeply for the soul, not only at the end but throughout our whole life. The sign before death is not a warning. It is a picture of how God works always, slow, gentle, and full of mercy. When we understand this, we begin to live with more calm. We learn to rest in the love of God, even in the struggles of everyday life. We begin to walk with a heart that seeks peace. If this message helps you see life with more gratitude, or if it reminds you to walk closer with God in simple and faithful ways, then let this truth stay in your heart. Let it guide how you live, how you love, and how you forgive. And if this speaks to your spirit today, please subscribe to the channel so you can continue receiving messages that bring peace, hope, and a deeper walk with the Lord.